Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is kind of exciting and a little bit intimidating for me. I'm going to be doing a project pan for 2020. I'm not really putting kind of like an end date on this aside from like the end of the year, although I hope to finish these products long before the year ends. And I find project pans intimidating because it's hard to finish products. It is very difficult. If you watch a lot of project pan videos, you will see people very often struggle with even hitting pan on a product, let alone finishing it. So I've never really wanted to do one because I didn't want to fail at it. But there's some stuff in my collection that is not full-size products that I want to get through just because I want to clear them out of my collection. I am wearing like a cat Santa Claus on this shirt. I tried to zoom you out a little bit more so that you could see him, but you can really only see like his little eyes peeking out from the bottom of the frame. Now I think I've got 12 products in this project pan, and the intent is to finish them all completely up. There are some stuff in here that I really, really love, but there's also some stuff that I just want to clear out as well. My number one pain problem point in my makeup collection lately has been foundation. I am not somebody that loves foundation. I don't wear it that regularly just because I don't love the feeling of it on my face. Now I acknowledge the fact that it does look better to wear foundation on camera because it smooths everything out. It does look nicer. However, I've got so much of it at this point in time that this is ridiculous. Like I need to finish up so much foundation, and it doesn't help either that I went to the UK in May and I bought like 8 or 9 bottles of foundation. Granted, one of them was being discontinued, which is why I snapped up 6 bottles of that, but like it's just ridiculous how much foundation I have. So I do have 3 foundations in this project pan, and the number one that I'm going to finish for sure, just looking at this bottle, is the Inglot HD Perfect Cover-Up Foundation. I really like this foundation, but I've had it for a few years and I can see that the consistency of the foundation is changing on my skin. I did really initially like this because the coverage is smooth and perfect, it's matte, it looks flawless without looking too cakey. But in recent months, I've started to notice that it just starts to look a little bit cakey now, so I just need to finish it up. I've been making a really huge effort with this in the last few months. If you go through most of my videos and you look in the description box, you will see that this has been the foundation that I've been using the most. I have the shade 71, which is a good match for me right now, and I'm so close. Like there is so little left of this bottle now, but I'm pretty sure this will still last me another month. So this will be an easy one to finish up, which will keep me encouraged throughout this project pan, because as I said before, I'm intimidated by these. I don't want to really lock myself into using products up because I feel like I won't actually be able to accomplish it. And I personally don't enjoy watching a project pan where people don't finish up the products that they set out to finish. There's no closure. I just want to know that they finished up the product. So that's how I feel about this. I'm confident that I will get through this. Next up is another foundation. This is the Revlon Color Stay Normal to Dry Liquid Makeup. This is in the shade 200 Nude, and it works perfectly for me throughout the summer months. Sadly, it's not summer right now, so I couldn't finish it up, and it's gotten shaken up since I brought all the products into this room, but there really is only, I'm gonna say, about 20% left in this bottle. I so desperately wanted to finish it this past summer, but I carried it all through, I think, September, and then I was just losing too much skin color from lack of the sun and tan that I had to switch it out, which made me really sad, but I know I will finish this up when I get a little bit deeper in the coming summer months. Granted, it's gonna be about 6 months before I can start using this again, but I will 100% finish this. And I do really love the Revlon Liquid Color Stay. I've gone through a lot of bottles in my time wearing foundation and I really enjoy it, and I would absolutely go back to buying this one again. I want to get through this one because it's almost done. I was gonna try to show you how much was left in it because generally when you pull the top off you can see where the product is thicker at the bottom, but it really just got shaken up far too much when I brought it into this room. And my third and final foundation in this project pan is another Revlon one. This is the Color Stay Full Cover Foundation. This is another shade, yeah, 200 Nude. These are both 200 Nude. However, this 200 Nude is definitely darker than this 200 Nude. I consider this one to be a winter color on me. I really like this foundation actually. They call it the full cover foundation, but it is not. It is a sheer coverage foundation, which I really enjoy. I also really like the squeezy tube bottle aspect of it. It's so great for travel because I don't have to be worried about something like a glass bottle breaking, or even this Inglot plastic one, which I really like, but like I've cracked the lid already and I had to put a little piece of tape to hold it together. So squeezy plastic tubes for travel are fantastic. Unfortunately, this is one that I really don't know where I am with the product. I can like, no, not even. There's a ton of air in here, so I really don't know where I'm at with it. I know I've used it quite a bit, but there may still be like 50 to 70% left in this tube. This is one of those things where I feel like I need to start weighing it so I know just how much product is left in it versus how much I've used. But yeah, I do really enjoy this, but I've also had this one for a while, so I want to get through this one. Plus I really enjoy it and I want to be using up products that I enjoy. I hate project pans where people like hate pan products and they just throw products into the project that they cannot stand and they want to use up, but that seems like such a waste of my time and my enjoyment. I want to be enjoying the products that I'm using up, and this is one for sure, as with both of the other two foundations that I've mentioned. I do really enjoy them. I just have too much foundation in my collection right now. Oh man, okay, this is another nuisance product. I really like it, but I have no way of measuring this outside of weighing it. This is the NARS and Charlotte Gainsbourg eyeliner in the shade, what are you named? You're called Zinc. Okay, this is a pencil liner that is just gray, really. It's a nice deep charcoal gray, and it looks really nice with a lot of deeper, smokier eye looks that I've been doing where I haven't always wanted to put a liquid wing liner, like a black one. So I've been using this quite a bit and I really enjoy it, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I actually just want to finish it up. It's nice to use, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I could really see myself finishing this. Unfortunately, I can't scroll it back down. Like, it will not twizzle back down. It only goes up, so I have no idea how far along I am in this. I may almost be done because I have used this quite a bit, but there's no way for me to know. I really don't understand eyeliners that twizzle up but not down. It really doesn't make any sense to me because you run the risk of accidentally screwing it up too much and then there's just no way to put it back down. And especially on a product like NARS where you know it's expensive. I did get this one from PR, so I didn't pay for it, but if I had paid the like $30 for a pencil, I want to be able to like wheel it back down, especially so I can see how much product is left in it. So this is going to be one of those products that I have to make sure that I'm using consistently because otherwise I won't get through it because I just have no idea when I'm going to finish it. So yeah, that is the NARS pencil in Zinc. Okay, the next product a lot of people are going to think is a cheater product, but I really don't care. I just want the sense of accomplishment that comes with finishing a bronzer, and it's been a really long time since I've done that. So I'm putting the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in this project pan. I have hit a massive amount of pan on this, but I just want to finish it. Years ago, I used to be able to go through, I think it was like one bronzer a year, and I always felt really good when I finished up a bronzer. Yeah, well, it's been several years since I finished up a bronzer, and this guy is so close that I'm putting it in this project pan. I don't know what it is, but I just really enjoy finishing up a bronzer, and this is gonna be the one I finish up this year. I do love the Physicians Formula bronzers desperately, and this is one of those things that when I finish it, I do actually want to run out and go get one, but I have to hold back because I have an overflowing section in my makeup that is just bronzers, and I just want to start like busting through them a little bit more. So this is gonna be the first one up. I hope by the time I get around to buying this one again that they still make it because it is so beautiful. It's so nice on the skin. It glides on seamlessly. It's just the perfect shade of bronzer. And I like the smell too. I know a lot of people are not enamored with the scent of this, but I do really enjoy it. Okay, I'm also putting a lipstick in this project pan, and this is one of my favorite shades, but it's a little bit old and I want to use it up before it goes bad. It thankfully has not yet, but I can see that it will happen at some point. So this is the Too Faced La Creme lipstick in the shade Coral Fire. Do you remember when they used to make these? I'm so sad that they don't anymore, but I feel like this came out at a time where liquid lipsticks were so prevalent and people only really wanted those. And the La Cremes, I feel like, were largely ignored, and I don't think that they really make them anymore. They might have a little bit of stock left on their website, but it's just like remainder stock. Anyway, this is the shade Coral Fire. It is labeled as part of their red collection, but for me, I just see a soft coral, little bit pink color. It's one of those shades that just seems to match a lot of eye looks that I put together that are in the more like warm orange tone area. And this is all that's left. There's not a ton remaining, and it will be easy to finish it up, but it's just one of those products that I just have to work towards finishing because it takes me a really long time to finish a lipstick. I've probably only ever finished like maybe 3 or 4 lipsticks in my life. It's a beautiful color, and I do actually have some similar colors still in my collection, so it's not like I'm gonna finish this up and then not have this color ever again, because I do have some very, very similar colors in my collection. But I do really love this formula. It's soft, it's creamy, it looks a little bit glossy on the lips, and it smells fantastic too. It has this sort of lemony cake scent to it, more on the lemon side of things. It's definitely refreshing. It's like no other lipstick really on the market in terms of scent profile, because I feel like everything is very vanilla scented, but this was lemony and beautiful, and I just want to use it up. It's a gorgeous shade. I've really enjoyed using this, but I need to not save it any longer because it's just going to go bad at some point. So that is Too Faced Coral Fire lipstick. Okay, I got another Too Faced product here. This is a face mist from their Festival collection. This is the Festival Refresh Spray. It's the Mystical Effects Setting and Refreshing Spray. Honestly, this doesn't really do anything, but I really like it for the smell. And 100% I would have gone and bought a second bottle of this, but they don't make it anymore because it was part of the Festival collection. So sadly, I can't get my hands on it anymore. But oh man, does it smell good. It kind of smells like sweet tarts. It's really good. Anyway, I don't have a lot left. That is where the edge of the product is. So I have used this quite a bit. I don't notice that it sets my makeup any particular which way. It definitely doesn't make it last longer. It might add a bit of a hint of dewiness to my face as it kind of melts the like powders and the foundation together. But I really like using this in the summertime for the scent because it just screams summertime freshness to me. Honestly, I leave this on my makeup counter and I often just sort of open the bottle and smell it. That's how much I enjoy it. But sadly, you can't get your hands on it anymore, and at some point this is gonna go bad. It hasn't been that long in my collection, I don't think, maybe like 1.5 years, but I'm almost done and I might as well get through it. Okay, sort of moving on to skincare now. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is this Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. I don't love face primer, I'll put that out there right away, but there's something a little bit different about this one, and I have been enjoying using it. I am going to mention this more in an upcoming video about products I've changed my mind about, so I don't want to spoil that a little bit too much. But I like using this under foundation, specifically the Inglot foundation, because I feel like it reacts really well together, especially since the formula of this has changed a little bit over the years since I've had it. So I like using this primer with that, but I also like using this by itself. When I don't want to wear foundation, sometimes I just want to put a little something on my skin anyway that's kind of like moisturizing and adds, I don't know, a tint of something. There's a tint of something to this. It's not necessarily like a face color, but it's kind of like a little bit of a orangey type substance. If you look at it, nope, the ring light, we're gonna wash that out completely. It's a little bit of an orange substance, and it adds like a hint of a dewy fresh sheen to my face. It doesn't stay orange on the face, but it adds a little bit of something. So I have enjoyed it for that reason. This was sent to me by the brand. It's not necessarily something that I would go purchase of my own volition because it's a primer and I just don't feel like I really need it in my collection. But I do want to finish this up because I have enjoyed it. So I'm throwing it in there because I don't like having primers in my collection. I just don't really use them that much. But this one is good enough to use up, if that makes sense. So I want to get through this one completely. Okay, moving on to some true body care stuff. Oh. This is a Nivea big old tub of moisturizer. This is the Nivea Care Intensive Nourishment Non-Greasy Cream. And I probably had this almost 2 years now. And there's probably only, that's all white. It's probably only 50% gone. But I am really bad at applying moisturizer. I almost never think to do it when I get out of the shower. And if I do think about it, I have to weigh the value of having slightly sticky legs and putting my pants on, or just deciding to be a little bit dry. It's a struggle. I don't know. I just don't love putting body moisturizer on. But because it is the winter time now, I'm starting to get pretty dry and it's not enjoyable, and I just need to start using up my body moisturizers. So I want to get through completely this Nivea Care one. And then the other one I want to get through is the Soap and Glory Sugar Crush Body Lotion. This smells so good. It's like, what do they describe it? Sweet lime fragrance, and it's really nice. Like that's really appealing, and I do enjoy putting this on my skin, but I often forget to. You know, I say that, but I have used this quite a chunk because I did really like it at one point. I threw it into one of my favorites videos, and I mean, I probably used up, I don't know, it's right there, about 40% of the bottle. So I can get through these. I just have to put my mind to it, and I have to put them in a place that I'm going to see when I get out of the shower. So I'm gonna put this on my bathroom counter, and I'm going to use these suckers up because there's just no point in me having so much moisturizer on hand if I don't use them. Okay, the last two items I have here are face masks by The Body Shop. This one is the Himalayan Charcoal Purifying Glow Mask, and this one is just a mud mask. And I am significantly through this thing. There is probably about 30% remaining. But I'm not great at applying face masks. I have gotten better in the last year. I've really made a point to like apply them a few times a week because I've got so many of them and I just don't want them to go bad. So I want to get through this one. It smells like dirt, really. It just, well, dirt and like something healthy for your skin. That's sort of like herbal something or other. Anyway, want to get through that. And the other one by The Body Shop is the Chinese Ginseng and Rice Clarifying Polishing Mask. This one's really cool because it gives me a little bit of a tingling feeling on my face, and I do feel like it helps to clear out my gunky pores. There's even less of this one left than there is in this one, so I'm gonna guess maybe about 20-25%. It's a good mask. I just need to make the effort to use these up. And you would think that that's not a whole lot of product left in these containers, but I've had them about 2 years. Okay, so that's how much is remaining after 2 years. So clearly I need to put a little bit more effort into actually using these particular masks, and I will do so. So those are all the products in my project pan. I have never really done this before, so I don't really know when you want an update on it. Do you want one in like 2 months? Or 3 months? There is no end date for this other than the end of the year, but that is 12 months away from now. So I don't know how frequently people want to see updates on this. So please let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear them. I'm looking forward to getting through these products because it will be 12 items that I can just like clear out of my makeup collection. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.